come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium with me, XFL Jim, joined by my lovely co-host, Chase, the Wolf of Oaklawn, the Undertaker, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms. What's up, buddy?
Woo! What's up, man?
Feeling large, feeling alive. I had a not great gambling weekend, especially college football. So week 5 college football, I killed it. Had an awesome round robin, made a bunch of money. Tried to recreate that magic week 6. Failed miserably. Lost all back. I went from up 10 units to down 10 units in the span of a week.
It's because nothing that happened on Saturday made any fucking sense, mostly. That's probably what got you.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was on a lot of dogs that were just not meant to be. Kansas, not meant to be. UTEP, the city of El Paso, is dead to me now. Georgia Southern, it looks like Georgia State's actually pretty good. There was one other one that I'm forgetting, but they're dead to me, whoever they are.
We'll talk about it, but there was one particular nuclear point explosion that happened this weekend that just blew my mind out of my ass.
It was a weird weekend. It was very weird. I got to go to a bar. I had a bunch of cigarettes. I had some beer. I drank my fucking face off on Saturday night. It was a good time. And I watched some X League. I watched some Japanese football.
While you were watching Japanese football, at any moment did you decide to gritty?
No. I can't think. I don't think I've ever. So we talked about this morning. You know the house I live in. You know, like the basement, the hallway that's in there. Mm-hmm. I did try and just to see. I'd never done it before. I did gritty from the bottom of the stairs into my bedroom.
And now you're officially done with grittying.
Now I am. Now that I've partook, I am officially done with gritty.
All right, here's my deal.
Not the Flyers mascot.
No, he's cool.
He's awesome.
He's delightfully off-putting. However, I gotta say it, man. Fuck the gritty forever. I'm fucking done with the gritty. And I think Justin Jefferson has done something with the gritty that he's going to regret forever. Like whatever, like I said earlier today, like when he's in his 40s doing the gritty and Car Shield commercials, he's gonna be like, damn, I wish I hadn't grittied so goddamn much.
I was gonna say, like, do you think him making the gritty his thing, you think he regrets it?
Oh, if he doesn't yet, he will. Like, cause people associate with him. Every time people see him, they're like, hey, can you teach my lame white ass how to gritty? And he's like, all right, white person. But like, eventually he's gonna be like, motherfucker, I'm in the waiting room for my colonoscopy. I do not want to teach you how to gritty right now. I hate the gritty. I'm done with the gritty. Do something new. Do something different. It's not even that cool of a dance. It's like it's endorsed grown man skipping. It's the worst. Gritty's dead to me. If you gritty, you're dead to me.
I mean, okay, now I have to do this. We're gonna just a little bit of the best of the gritty.
Oh my god.
We'll just do it quick. It's a 3-minute video. Don't give a shit about this guy. There's Jefferson. There's the man. There's the culprit right there.
God.
It's all his fault. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But
the
that's
Bible
solid
warned us of
one.
the Antichrist, and this is him and his gritty.
But that's a solid gritty. The one I want to see. So what do you think about the standstill?
It's even dumber. It's just it's Irish clogging at that point.
That's not even a gritty. I don't know what that
That's
is.
cool. I'm for that. I'm for what just happened there. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, now it's done.
No, you ruined it. You're dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Dead. So this is kind of like flossing a few years ago. This is like the Superman stuff when Cam was huge.
Yeah. do your own thing, man. Like they changed the rules in the NFL where you could do just like baller celebrations with your team now. Like you remember the first year whenever it wasn't like a crazy penalty to do, a big celebration with your team?
What is that?
See, he's one of those people that like runs it to Justin Jefferson at the fucking, I don't know, whatever your local supermarket chain is. Kroger is like, hey, can you teach me how to gritty next to the cantaloupes? No, fuck you.
That's
no
officially what Adam Thielen. That's Adam Thielen's voice now.
Yes, that's. I've heard numerous interviews, and that's exactly how it sounds.
Can you help me? Can you teach me this dance?
Hey, Justin. Hey, can you help? Yeah, that's what Adam Thielen sounds like.
No, the gritty's done. It's dead. It's this NFL trend. Yeah, it's just it happens every time like a new dance comes out.
It's a copycat league full of copycat bitches.
I feel like we should invent a rule that only Justin Jefferson's allowed to do it.
I'm telling you, down the road, especially whenever it turns out that it causes some sort of terrible overuse injury, like when he gets like gritty tunnel syndrome and has to wear like two like weird like
he gets gritty elbow.
Yeah, he has to wear like weird braces because of his hands are stuck in like this position and stuff. Yeah, he'll be like, I wish I had gritted. Oh, sorry, that was Adam Thielen again piping in.
He probably also wishes he hasn't, but we'll talk about another thing, like a little dance going on with the NFL when we break down these NFL games. But any other takes on the gritty? Because I'm done with it too. I'm done. I want
ashes
a new dance
to
come around.
ashes, dust to dust. This fucking dance is dead to us.
Yes. Praise be to Justin Jefferson for bringing it here. It can die now. Oh God, I just had chili and a cinnamon roll, and my stomach is like doing somersaults.
You've told me about it. I have yet to try it, but it sounds pretty good.
It's delicious. Let's break down some college football games. Starting off, we had Wednesday night football last week.
We did.
UCF, SMU. I was on SMU.
I also was on SMU.
You were also on SMU. UCF won this one 41-19.
Yeah. I love that SMU scored just whatever garbage touchdown at the end, and then the announcer's like, well, they're really going to take this momentum going forward, from that last touchdown.
There was like 5 minutes left in the game.
Sure they are.
100% they are. So UCF, what's their record right now?
More wins than they should have and less losses than they should have.
So their record as it stands, they have 1 loss. They're going to have a good season.
Fuck, no they're not, Jim.
I feel like it's them and Cincinnati have to be the favorites for the AAC, right? Like I don't think either of them are good.
It puts me in a position where I have to cheer for Cincinnati, and I don't like anyone to back me into that corner.
Cheer for Tulane.
There we go. Yeah,
cheer for
Tulane.
Green
Wave it.
Let's Green Wave, baby. They beat K-State. They're a tough team. Cheer for the Green Wave.
Does the Green Wave need to be in my group home for unloved college football teams? It's also
think about it. Just think about it.
It would be very on brand for me too.
It's New Orleans. I know how much you love New Orleans.
It's true.
Friday night games. I'll talk about my game last. So let's start off. Houston 33, Memphis 32. Fuck you, Memphis. You're dead to me. I hate you forever. How did Houston come back?
I don't know. I talk mad shit. I got somebody, I think in Houston, that wants to fight me because I said that Memphis always wins the fight in the parking lot after, which is true. Memphis fan.
Which is true. That's just a factual statement.
Just fact. Yeah. But after he got at me, I got at him pretty hard. I was like, you know what? I'll apologize all during bowl season when you're not practicing because you went 5-7.
We were DMing back and forth like Dana might get fired this year.
You listen, with that size of a metro area, being in the state of Texas, with the amount of talent that he should have available to fill a roster,
with the future move to the Big 12,
with a future move to a Power 5 conference, there's no excuse for how bad Houston is right now.
There really is none. And Like, this was a huge win for them to be able to come back how they came back. Memphis is just extremely disappointing. Like, that sucks. That's terrible.
They keep showing flashes that make them better than I thought they were going to be this year. And I'm like, all right, well, they might be pretty good. And then they do shit like this.
Memphis might be a team that we get on next year because they've shown a lot of promise this year. We'll have to see how many people are returning.
Yeah.
But Memphis might be a team to watch out for next year.
Well, we'll have to go to the game, the Memphis game in Houston and just fucking bust some heads, it sounds like.
They were up. Oh, my fucking God. They were
At
up
least
20-7 going into the fourth quarter.
How does a Houston team that is that
26
pull
points
that
in
out?
one quarter. What the fuck are we doing here?
We're having AAC fun.
God damn it. This started my weekend off just piss poor. But I'm sorry this was a loss for you, but also this was a win for me and Uncle Rico. Colorado State 17, Nevada 14. Nevada's bad. Nevada's just bad.
So Colorado State.
Colorado State also bad, but they have Nevada's old coach and a lot of their staff and a lot of their players.
There's a lot of hate in that game. A lot of hate in that. It was chippy. It was very chippy.
Which is something you might expect down the road, too, because Colorado State just basically took Nevada. They took Nevada's team from last year, and it's like, now it's ours.
Yeah, for sure.
San Jose State 40, UNLV 7.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt
one
bad.
hurt bad.
That hurt real bad.
Are we discounting the training weight of Nick Starkel not being there? Like, San Jose State might be good.
My mind is blown, Jim. My mind is blown by the fact that Nick Starkel might have actually been more of an impediment than I initially thought.
Like, San Jose State might be the best team in the Mountain West.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like a
it's like a 5'6",
400-pound man shedding a ton of weight and then just like dunking from the free throw line.
Because UNLV is not like you think. You'll see the score. You think UNLV is a trash team. They're not bad.
No, they're having like the same kind of turnaround that San Jose State was having, but they weren't training with Nick Starkles.
They're probably gonna have like a bowl season this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, who wants to play them in the Las Vegas Bowl? Fucking no one.
Kansas.
Yeah, that's true.
Kansas will do it, and then that's actually a bowl game I'd go to. I wouldn't mind going to the Vegas Bowl.
Yeah.
Last Friday game, Nebraska 14, Rutgers 13. 2 conference wins back-to-back. Haven't done that since 2018. Let's fucking go, Skurs.
I'm so happy for you because I had zero belief in their ability to win this game. And
they did not cover. They did not cover the spread.
I, in fact, doubled down on Rutgers live. And, yeah, I mean, there's no better way to spend a Friday night than just getting fucking cornholed in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Rutgers has since fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Man, he fell from grace because he was at Princeton doing some like really cool, interesting stuff at Princeton. I remember back. Then he was at Oklahoma State a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And then now he's just got fired from Rutgers. I wonder what's going to happen to our boy.
I don't know. Fall in with organized crime is really all I think your other options are.
I think after Rutgers, that's what you have to do. I forgot. So let me look up
carjackings in Trenton.
Football OC. I want to see who they hired. So Sean Gleason is the one who got let go. Being Rutgers, being involved with organized crime, how Italian do you think the name is of their new OC?
Oh. Giuseppe Pepperoni might be his name. Quite
Pretty
possibly.
Close.
Yeah.
Nunzio Campanelli.
Yes!
It's Nunzio Campanelli.
Because his name is Nunzio, you know they call him Knuckles. Knuckles Campanelli, everybody. Let's big hand. Big hand
That's
for
perfect
Knuckles.
for Rutgers.
Yeah.
Nebraska wins ugly, though.
He's just filling his coaching staff with the fucking Lucchese crime family, and I love it.
I love that for Schiano. Nebraska gets the dub. I think since entering the Big Ten, Nebraska is still undefeated against Rutgers. They're like
everyone's got to have that
one
team, right?
I think they're the only team in the conference we haven't lost to.
Yeah, but we fucking own Rutgers. I love it.
Rutgers,
I love it.
Hey, tied for first in the Big Ten West, baby. Let's check the standings of the most the biggest parody of a division in college football.
Hey, if it comes down to a tiebreaker down the road, I think you've got the other teams beat on points.
I think maybe these last couple of games we have won ugly. So sitting at first in the Big Ten, we'll go from the bottom to top. So tied for last in the Big Ten West, you got 3 teams: Wisconsin, Northwestern, and Iowa. Not exactly what we thought going in. Sitting alone in second place is Minnesota at 1-1. They had a bye week. And tied for first in the Big Ten West, it's Nebraska, Purdue, and a 5-1 Illinois.
Illinois.
We will get to them later because that was, in my opinion, the ugliest game of the day. But I just wanted to shout out Nebraska, get that win. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. Basically, if Nebraska makes a bowl game, they probably win the division, which is
that's stupid. You're gonna have a 6-6 team in the Big Ten championship game, and it's going to be just delicious.
It'll be a 6-6, 7-5 somebody versus 12-0 Ohio State to get just railroaded.
That would be a perfect opportunity for Michigan to win the other half of the conference and then to lose in the Big 12. You would be a 7-6, have a 7-6 Big Ten champion.
Hey, it's the dumbest division in college football.
They don't ask how, they ask how many when they talk about conference championships.
Moving on to Saturday, Louisville 34, Virginia 17. Virginia was in this for a hot minute. I thought Louisville was going to be done. And if they lost this game, I swear to God, Satterfield was done. He was out. You can't lose to this Virginia.
What did we say on the Pig's Porch on Friday? We said that this was a game that you win just because Malik Cunningham. And I think that's pretty much exactly how that shit went down.
I think so. Just Louisville's the better team. Virginia's just bad this year. Losing that OC, they lost a lot. I don't know. They're just not good.
They lost to Rocky Dickenballs.
They did. And we'll talk about this one, just the score, but we could breeze right over it. Mississippi State 40, Arkansas 17. That just didn't happen.
We can talk. I don't mind. It's okay.
Okay. I didn't watch this game.
No KJ Jefferson, and right now, like I love Barry Odom. I love Barry Odom. I think he.
Oh, we lost Chase for a little bit, but I didn't watch this game. I think Mississippi State is a really good team. I think they have a strong defensive line. I think Will Rogers is a really strong quarterback. And what do we say? Mike Leach I think this is year 3. Usually the turnaround year, 3 or 4, is when the Leach system kind of fully ferments. And you saw it at Washington State. I don't remember if Texas Tech ever had that decent of a defense, but his best season at Washington State, they had a killer defense, if you remember that. So I think this Mississippi State defense combined with an air raid offense makes this Mississippi State team dangerous. Combine that with Arkansas missing a shitload of players. It's a recipe for... Oh, he's back.
There we go.
I was talking about how Mississippi State is they are a legitimately good team, and if you remember Mike Leach at Washington State, the best Washington State team had a really strong defense to go with that air raid offense.
Yeah, they're a good team. It's hard to win in Starkville when they're clanging on those goddamn cowbells and everything.
I hate the cowbells.
We're also, how well do teams do the week after they play Alabama?
That too.
It's an L and it sucks, but I don't think it's
no starting quarterback. That's
There's some excuses there. Yeah.
Florida 24, Missouri 17. This game sucked, just every Missouri game.
Florida seems to be that team that really kind of tries to mirror whoever they're playing with. If they're playing against someone good, they're gonna play good. If they're playing against someone who sucks, they're gonna suck.
It does seem that way. Florida is the ultimate mirror matchup team. Missouri, I hate them. I hate watching this team at all. I tuned in for 2 seconds of this game, and I'm like, oh, this is gross. I hate Missouri games.
Dude, and Drinkwitt, Missouri
another candidate for the coaching carousel.
Missouri has so little pride left that they're going to keep him for the entire season. They won't fire him mid-season.
No,
they might even wait till spring practice.
They should hire Barry Odom back.
Fuck that. No, they don't. No, they shouldn't. He's ours.
Tennessee 40, LSU 13. I think Tennessee's good.
I think. Can we get the Hendon Hooker Heisman hype going?
Yeah, it's
because
going.
I have that ticket and I want it to cash.
What's the status on Fat Josh Heupel?
I mean,
How
as long
fat-
as he
how
keeps
fat
his
is he?
cholesterol down, I think he survives the rest of the season at least, right?
I just want him as fat as possible while
Yeah.
he can still be okay. Because Fat Josh Heupel means this team is good.
If he starts eating like that fucking moron Will Levis, maybe he just balloons up, you know?
Maybe he does. Tennessee's fun. LSU, I was saying it since the get from last week. They did not deserve to be in the top 25. I'm glad they're fucking gone. Get him out.
Yeah, I think there are certain coaches out there that people are very eager to want to be good and get the benefit of the doubt and always put in the top 25. And I think that Brian Kelly's one of them.
He has a great track. I think he is a good coach, but
Yeah.
like this LSU team is not.
He's also just a shitty human being.
He's a very shitty human being.
He's going to do the best for his family.
Maybe let a kid die here or there, but whatever it takes, right?
This
TCU
fragile daisy is wilted.
I want him to do the fakest like Cajun accent.
He's turned into a fucking Tennessee Williams play is what's happened. God. Get out of here.
Lord
you
of mercy.
douche.
Let's have some football going on.
Yeah, boys, want some crawfish from the patio, y'all?
Brian, you already recruited us. You don't need to try that hard.
Oh, okay.
And then he'll just go like beat red in the face because that's his natural color.
Yes.
TCU 38, Kansas 31. This game was awesome. It was electric. The comeback from Kansas and the points explosion in the third quarter.
The Undertaker was an overtaker in this one, and he is happy about it. That was a epic over because they were at like 14 at halftime.
I think they were at 14 exactly at halftime. It was.
Yeah, point explosion is what it was.
I have it right here. So going into the half, it was 13. 42 points in the third quarter.
God bless it. God bless it.
This game was awesome. It was super fun. I understand why Kansas is still ranked.
Yeah.
Like, they're actually a good team. There is a scenario. So I was talking with my K-State friend. There is a scenario. So the last time Kansas went 5-0 was 2009. They followed that up with 5 straight losses. They finished the season 5-7, actually.
So you're telling me that you eating the ingredients to a key lime pie is going to be a season-long sweat, and I love it.
It's going to be a season-long sweat. Or it won't, because I think Kansas plays I think the toughest part of their schedule is coming up. So Kansas after this TCU, so they play Oklahoma this coming week.
They could beat Oklahoma.
They're 9-point underdogs in that. I feel like we got to take Kansas like straight up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Oklahoma, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Texas, K-State. They get Oklahoma State and Texas at home.
Okay. I don't think the only thing that I'm going to say is a guaranteed L there is Oklahoma State.
Yes. I don't even know if that's guaranteed.
Based off of what I know right now, that's the only L that I can circle and say, yes, this is an L.
Yeah, Kansas is probably going to win like 8 games. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on with life? I'm going to have to eat that pie.
Start building your bomb shelter, man. The world has gone fucking nuts.
TCU, by the way, we didn't even talk about them. They're good. I think I'm going to say, like, we're Oklahoma State. We are Oklahoma State fans. I think TCU is the best team in the Big 12.
Could be. I think Oklahoma State's is gonna be. I could honestly see them running through the regular season undefeated.
I can't wait for that game. I cannot wait for the TCU Oklahoma State game. That's gonna be awesome. Max Duggan versus Spencer Sanders.
Nothing but touchdowns and interceptions. Like it's gonna be
fucking beautiful. Texas 49, Oklahoma 0. Oklahoma sucks. They're really bad.
You know how the Red River Shootout is always like really competitive? Turns out that's not the case.
Turns out we were very wrong in our assumption on that, and Texas just steamrolled Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma hadn't been shut out since 2002.
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm going to throw out a related Texas nugget. Did you know that Dicker, the kicker, is on the Eagles now?
That's awesome.
That must be why they're doing so well. And can you pick a better name for a Philadelphia sports team than Dicker, the kicker?
So, is Texas good or Oklahoma really bad?
I
think Texas is decent.
I think Texas. I think. All right. I think Oklahoma is more overwhelmingly bad right now than Texas is overwhelmingly good.
Yes, I think Texas. I think, in my opinion, top to bottom, parity wise, I think the Big 12 is probably the best conference.
Yeah. Okay. Parity wise, sure.
Parity wise, like they don't have the top. Like they don't have like the Alabama, Georgia, or the Ohio State, but I think like their middle of the pack is like everyone's strong.
Yeah.
Except Oklahoma, apparently. Also, I hate the fact that like every team that like plays Nebraska and looks super dominant, they turn around and they are dog shit.
Yeah.
I
It's
hate
always
this.
fun, right?
This
Yeah.
trend is not fun. Texas, good job. You won this. I hate saying good things about Texas though, so I'm done with that.
There we go.
Michigan 31, Indiana 10. This game was ugly.
It was. It really
That
wasn't
score
that
is
big.
misleading.
Very misleading. And I don't think they covered either. I think it was like a 20, 21 and a half, 22.
And I think it was
game.
like a 24-point spread, and they only won by 21.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because John Harbaugh only does embarrassing things.
Yeah, this game, it was ugly. Michigan is like fine. I still think they're a good team. I still think right now they're maybe a top 10 team. I don't know if I'd have them ranked over Tennessee right now. I also don't know if I'd have them ranked over Penn State.
Yeah.
I'd probably have Michigan somewhere around like 9 or 10.
I think that's probably a more accurate place for the
I think they're good, but I don't think they're like playoff good. But
No.
I don't know. Besides the 3 teams who are probably going to make it, I don't really know who is. Purdue 31, Maryland 29. Purdue did it again.
They predicted it again. And just welcome to the lean months of October. Oh my God!
Yeah,
why would
baby,
you do
it's
that?
October. They're coming for your soul.
It's second from the left is the
The scariest thing I've seen on the fucking
planet.
planet.
I mean, number 1 on the left is terrifying, but then somehow they managed to like condense the terrifyingness and put it into number 2.
Scary.
Jesus
Purdue
Christ!
Pete is coming. I wish I would have taken a ticket on Purdue to win the Big Ten West.
He's coming and he's leaving with souls.
Maryland, I still think they're good. Talia is a good quarterback. They have a good offense, but like their schedule gets way tougher from here on out.
Yeah.
Basically, they're the 4th best team in that division, I think, still. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Maryland.
It's there's a lot of teams I like to talk shit about in the Big Ten, but I will say that that's a pretty stacked division in terms of top to bottom talent.
Yeah, you look at the other division, it's a fucking clown show, but the East is good. Eastern Michigan 45, Western Michigan 23. Overs, baby. Overs. Chris Creighton, great coach. Eastern, getting it done. This team's on their way to a fucking bowl, I hope.
We decided the only way that you could bet this game was to bet the over because it meant that both directional Mich teams were having fun.
And they did, especially Eastern. Georgia State 41, Georgia Southern 33. I can't tell what the fuck is up with Georgia State. They're bad early on. They're better now. I don't know.
I can't tell you either because I can never keep straight in my head which team is Georgia State and which team is Georgia Southern.
One's the Panthers, the other's the Eagles. Clay Helton's Georgia Southern. They're the one that beat Nebraska, and I'll remember that forever.
In my head, they've merged into a Peagle.
Georgia Southern State. There you go. The Georgia Southern State Eagles.
The Georgia Southern State Peagles. Yep.
Cincinnati 28, USF 24. What the fuck?
USF's so hard to figure out right now.
They played Florida close. They get destroyed by Memphis. They get ass blasted by BYU. They play Cincinnati close. What is USF?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Ball State 17, Central Michigan 16. If I had a cap, I would remove it in solemnness. Central Michigan did not fire up damn chips. It's a sad day.
I took a nap before this, and you could tell how much I sweat whenever I nap. Whenever I took my hat off there. Looked like I've been jumping rope in a fucking attic.
Pitt 45, Virginia Tech 29.
God, I was on the under here because I had so little faith in Virginia Tech's ability to score points. They scored way more points than I thought they could.
They scored way more points than I thought they would. But this was never in doubt. Again, Pitt follows up an embarrassing loss with a pretty good win. UAB 41, Middle Tennessee 14. Middle Tennessee was fool's gold after they beat Miami. That's basically, they're just not good. They beat Miami. Miami does it every year where they lose to a bad team, and Middle Tennessee is like a bad team.
Yeah, that's fair. And
also, all interim coaches went undefeated this week.
Rally. UAB, I mean, UAB's a good team. They should change their name to the fucking Phoenixes, the way that they've just resurrected after not having a football program.
And not having their head coach this year.
Yeah.
Tulane 24, ECU 9. Eastern Carolina's special teams are dog shit.
Yeah, I was all over Tulane in this one. I felt like that was easy pickings. Hey, man. Tulane, I'm warming up. I think there might be a spot in one of the bunk beds for you here in the group home for unloved college football teams.
Navy 53, Tulsa 21.
What the fuck is even happening in the world when Navy puts up 53 fucking points?
53.
You mean I'm on the under and Navy hangs up 100?
What the fuck happened here?
Do you know how many points they had scored the entire season going into this? 43.
This is a sign. Kansas being really good and Navy scoring 53 points. Not only with them being a service academy, Navy has looked shitty for the last 3 years.
Do you know why the Undertaker is evil? It's because of shit like this, man. That's ridiculous. My mind was blown out of my ass by this game.
You want to know another one that I was on as an Undertaker that just fucked me right in the ass? Wisconsin 42, Northwestern 7.
It was a rough weekend for the Undertaker because he was on that one too.
Holy fuck. Where does Wisconsin get off? Scoring this many points?
Apparently right on my face is based off of that because, yeah.
Good start to the Jim Leonard era.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
God damn it.
I'm so done with Wisconsin and their
Graham Mertz went 20 for 29, 299 yards and 5 touchdowns.
What is even happening in the world, Jim?
Go fuck yourself. Don't worry, we'll be fine when Iowa balances everything out.
That's true.
The ultimate balance. But Jesus Christ, Wisconsin is like if they play like this, maybe I can never tell because Northwestern is dog shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Northwestern didn't even deserve to score 7. And I really wish they didn't because that under would have hit if they didn't. Yeah. Fuck you, Northwestern. Fuck you, Wisconsin. But damn it, Wisconsin is looking really good. I don't know. Oklahoma State 41, Texas Tech 31. Fun game.
Yeah, fun game. OK State just doing OK State things. Remaining somehow, as always, the most under the radar, undefeated, probably could make the playoff team out there that no one talks about.
They're very fun. I like watching Oklahoma State games. Georgia 42, Auburn 10. Harson's done.
Yeah.
He's a dead man walking.
Another rough game for the Undertaker because that number was 49, and I was like, oh, that's easy.
Stetson Bennett, no touchdown passes, but he did have a rushing. Whenever you see Stetson Bennett rushing touchdown.
For like 64 yards.
You know you fucked up.
I thought he had turned back into Stetson from Stequavius, and then Stequavius came back out and ran for 64.
I don't think Georgia has it all figured out.
No.
I just think Auburn's really bad.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. UCLA 42, Utah 32. What a fucking game. I feel like they're another under-the-radar team, UCLA.
Dude, I agree. I think actually,
they're legit.
This is one of those games where I was talking about taking UCLA on the money line and then just kind of forgot to do it.
I was on Utah. I am going to be on Utah this coming week against USC, just so that everybody knows. I believe that's in Utah.
Yeah.
I was on Utah on this one. I think they just generally own the LA schools. I think UCLA is for real. And if you say that you're kind of feeling UCLA for someone who hates Chip Kelly the way that you do, that should mean something.
They're good. They're real good.
DTR and Zach Charbonnet are a fucking combo, dude.
Don't forget Bobo, man.
Dude, Bobo's great.
Yeah.
The only thing UCLA needs is actual fans to show up to the games.
Jesus Christ, how embarrassing is that?
They're fucking good, and they got nobody.
No one goes to the
I
Rose
get that
Bowl.
it's hard to go to Pasadena and drive all the way across the city. I get that it's in the complete opposite side of town.
I guess that it's hot. I understand that it's hot in Southern California, but come on, man.
Go fuck yourself. It's not hot this time of year. It's fucking perfect this time. It's like 70 degrees.
How this game could not have been sold out, I just don't understand.
I don't understand it. It just do better, UCLA fans. Arizona State 45, Washington 38. Interim coaches continue to dominate.
Rally around the interim.
I feel like that's more of this and not Washington being bad or Arizona State actually being good. I think they're rallying around the interim coach. So I did take Arizona State once Herm was gone. I did take them off the auto fade list, so they are off.
Okay, makes sense.
I feel like the only reason interim coaches did go undefeated this week is Colorado didn't play. I think Colorado is the worst Power 5 team. And I think Washington, like, to their credit, I think Washington is good. Maybe we overvalued them after the Michigan State win. That win, in hindsight, not nearly as good.
I agree. Yeah, agree completely.
Speaking of which, Ohio State 49, Michigan State 20. So Ohio State did this without their top 2 running backs and top 2 receivers.
And with one arm tied behind their back. Yeah,
Michigan State sucks.
pretty much.
Mel Tucker, biggest con man in college football.
Congrats, Mel. Congrats, Mel. Got that bag.
He should be sucking Kenneth Walker's dick.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I mean, if it
yeah.
weren't for Kenneth Walker having that season last year, I don't think they win that many games, and I don't think he makes a bag.
So basically what you just said to me was that if you walked up to Kenneth to Midnight Mel Tucker and you're like, how much would I have to pay you to suck a man's dick? It was basically the price of his extension and raise at
so about 90.
That's what he
mil.
that's what he would have answered, and he's like, yeah, okay. So you know what? I take it back. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he should be doing that.
So apparently there was rumblings that like he was the reason, the other reason besides having a great season that Michigan State like paid him this much is I think there was rumors that he was going to go to LSU. They should have let him go.
That reminds me of when Les Miles was at LSU, and every season it's like, oh, he's rumored to be there for the Michigan job, and all of the LSU fans were like, let him fucking go to the Michigan job. Go.
It's the crazy thing, like Mike Gundy's rumored like every year to another job.
Right.
Where was I? Georgia Tech 23, Duke 20. Another interim coach, another win. Duke, what the fuck? I thought you were good.
Interim magic. You can't beat interim.
I'm not gonna be too upset. UNC 27, Miami, Florida 24. Miami sucks.
Yeah. No getting.
Nothing's new.
This is what happens when you take away turnover chains.
That should
Let
teach
this
them a
be a
lesson.
note.
Texas State 36, App State 24. What?
Huh?
And App State had to come back to kind of make it this close?
What?
This makes no sense to me. I don't think Texas State is very good.
What? Okay. Huh?
La Tech 41, UTEP 31. I just wanted to say the city of El Paso is dead to me. Fuck you. I hate you. James Madison 42, Arkansas State 20. JMU's ranked now, so everyone can fucking suck a dick.
Yeah.
It is still a travesty to me that they don't qualify for a postseason.
Yeah. Turns out, Jim, that the NCAA has fucked up stupid rules.
Turns out, if you're really, 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 really good at the FCS, you're probably a decent FBS team.
Truth.
Utah State 34, Air Force 27. Fuck you, Air Force. That's all I'm going to say about that one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. South Carolina 24, Kentucky 14. No Will Levis. Kentucky's offensive line continues to be an issue.
Hate to see it, Jim. Love to hate to see it, Jim. Oh,
there is
man.
no hate coming from you.
No.
Don't
This
lie.
man. No, just you hate to see it, and it's just you think of just poor, fat, dumb turds out there and how terrible this must be for them.
Without Will Levis, Kentucky can't really do much, which is saying something because, like, I'm not the biggest Will Levis believer.
Yeah, I hope he. Actually, I don't hope he gets fixed. I hope they listen. Hey, they're still on track for 4-8. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Would be very funny. Kansas State 10, Iowa State 9. Farmageddon again creates a shit fest of a game. Adrian Martinez, though, did hit over his rushing props. Again, he had 70 rushing yards. And Deuce Vaughn, I hope he's okay because, god damn it, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he is. Everyone loves a tiny little guy that plays for Kansas State traditionally.
Iowa State just loves mucking games up, is what I got from this. And I still think K-State's good. Iowa State is like the muck-up sort of team.
Yeah. They're back to their traditional role of just fucking up other teams' seasons.
They're the feisty kids.
Yeah.
USC 30, Washington State 14. Fuck you, Pullman. Fuck you, Washington State. Thought better of you. USC, good job.
I'm ready for USC to actually play someone else in the Pac-12, though.
I'm ready for them. Well, they play Utah this week.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like USC might be overvalued just due to from them playing their non-conference and now just playing.
Well, it's a combination of like they've gotten some pretty good. They've played middle of the pack at best teams in the Pac-12. Like I don't think Stanford is terrible. I don't think Washington State is terrible, but they're not top of the league.
Yeah, but they haven't had like a marquee matchup with anybody
they haven't
yet.
had a marquee matchup, so they're undefeated. They're USC, and Lincoln Riley gets the bump. So they're going to get that bump.
Yeah.
But what's good for USC is good for the Pac-12 for now.
True.
It would be kind of funny like if the two best teams in the conference are the ones that are leaving for the Big Ten later, though.
Yeah.
That's something. Illinois 9, Iowa 6. The worst game of the day. Jesus Christ, Iowa. What are you doing?
Hold on, this was a football game?
Technically.
I thought that this just like a high-scoring college hockey game had broken out. This is a football game?
This was technically football. You could call it offense, I guess.
Did anyone expect this game to go any different, I guess is my question.
No, both teams have really good defenses. Illinois, Iowa's defense is really good. Their offense is non-existent. Illinois' defense is also really good, and their offense is kind of one-dimensional.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Big Ten football.
Big Ten West football, baby. Spencer, here are the quarterback stats. Art Sikowski for Illinois, who's been there he's been there for 2 years, but he's been in the Big Ten for 6. 13 for 19, 74 yards, and an interception.
Yeah.
Also, they have Tommy DeVito. I forgot Tommy DeVito was on this team.
So Danny DeVito's kid?
6 for 11, 42 yards.
Okay.
Spencer Petras, what a night. 18 for 36, 170 yards, and an interception.
How do you... How? Oh my God. This game doesn't deserve our words anymore. I don't think.
I watched the end of this game. Did you see the end of it though? The worst hook and ladder try of all time.
I didn't.
Spencer Petras cannot, for his life, attempt a Hail Mary.
Dude. So here was my thought whenever this game was tied 6-6 and it was very close to the end. With the way that the current NCAA overtime rules are, this game could have lasted 4 years because I don't think either of those offenses were going to score.
No, in theory, it could have lasted for literal years.
Yeah.
So I will play right now. I think we're going to be okay playing just the tail end. I just want to show you this last play because it is gross. We're really playing with fire today. I kind of like it.
Yeah, look at it.
I like playing risky. Okay, so here's the last play in the Illinois-Iowa game. We'll get to it here. Oh, here it is. Will he try a Hail Mary? Hell no. We'll try this hook and ladder situation. And it just becomes the
A
dumbest,
pitchy woo woo. It's
It's
turned into a pitchy woo
It's
woo.
a pitchy woo woo. It did not step out of bounds. He did not.
Pitchy woo woo 2022. Let's do it.
We're doing it. I thought
God,
for a second
oh,
Illinois
so-
could have gotten a safety.
And that would have actually covered for me, which would have been great. So,
and there's
look
the
at this.
game.
So just
That
so
is
much-
how Iowa
so
loses
pitchy.
that game.
They're so pitchy.
This game sucked. I'm done
Terrible.
talking about it now. Clemson 31, Boston College 3. Good job, Clemson. Clemson actually looks. I think Clemson
Better.
probably makes the playoffs.
All right. Okay.
I don't know if they do anything in the playoffs, but I think they make it because they're
Yeah.
probably not losing in the ACC.
Probably not.
Notre Dame 28, BYU 20. Did not watch this game. I'm going to be honest with you.
I watched it. Yeah, BYU just put themselves in too much of a hole early.
They're hurt too. They got a shitload of injuries.
Yeah, I still think BYU is a really good football team.
I think so too. They're playing hurt.
Yeah.
Wake Forest 45, Army 10.
Yeah, you remember last year when it was just a barn burner?
It was like 64 to 63.
Yeah, and it just both teams were really good. Well, it turns out just one of them was this time.
Wake Forest is probably the second best team in the ACC.
Probably.
Coastal Carolina 28, ULM 21. Coastal keeps winning, but they do it by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, listen, for ULM to keep it this close, and I don't think Boogie Knight touched the ball once.
Yeah. Alabama 24, Texas A&M 20.
Didn't you just want Alabama to just fucking stomp a mud hole in A&M's ass, and you get the win, but it's kind of you get blue balls a little bit from this one.
Yeah, but also that last play was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's
like
fair.
what? Like why? Why is that your play call?
Why? Just why?
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo Fisher is an elite offensive coach, y'all.
I think there's someone out there that is probably calculating his salary per win.
Yeah,
which has got to be hilarious.
It's got to be. 8-4, you wear it well.
It's Texas A&M's number. NC State 19, Florida State 17. Florida State almost did it. They almost did it, baby.
Dude, just what the fuck? As someone who is in possession of a Florida State to win the ACC ticket, how are you with seconds left and in field goal range just going to chuck up an interception in the end zone?
Florida State, baby.
Florida State.
Find new ways to lose. Oregon 49, Arizona 22. Bo Nix has been on a kick recently.
Yeah, when did Nike get CRISPR gene editing technology and make a super Bo Nix? Because this is not the Bo Nix that I know.
He's due.
No, he's not.
No, he's due for like a Bo Nix game.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
So when Oregon plays like Cal or some stupid shit like that, he'll have a Bo Nix game.
We'll do some stupid Bo Nix shit.
Boise State 40, Fresno State 20.
Put that dog down.
Boise State, their quarterback sits for the rest of the year, and now all of a sudden they're good.
Hank Bachmeier was terrible.
Have you seen that trend, like as a new college football thing, since you could play 4 games and still like qualify for a red shirt, that you'll have players just play their 4 and then sit out the season?
I haven't been looking for it. I bet you if I had looked for it and paid attention to it, then probably I would be like, yeah, it's a trend.
There's
but
3 players.
You're much sharper than I am.
Bachmeier's doing it. I think it really got popular a few years ago when De'Aaron King did it at Houston.
Right.
I guess it's a trend. Like if you feel like your team's not going to compete for anything, just wait and transfer out.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's going to be clamoring for Hank Bachmeier.
Yeah, I tell you what, next year he's gonna transfer and just be shooting up McShay's big board.
Oh yeah, San Diego State 16, Hawaii 14. I think this is more San Diego State not really having an offense and not being great than Hawaii being anything.
There might have only been 200 total yards of offense in this game.
This is gross. This is gross.
Yeah, you know what the total was set at in this game? 48.
Did the Undertaker make it?
You bet the Undertaker tombstone this one.
Oregon State 28, Stanford 27.
Did you get to see how this one
I did.
ended?
I watched it at the end. The miracle in Palo Alto.
In Palo Alto, yeah, it had Miracle in Minneapolis qualities, except the two DBs didn't take each other out. The one DB got mossed, and the other DB like just kind of stopped playing so he could contemplate what just happened.
It was weird. This was a weird week.
There's always at least like 3 of them every year, and this was one of them. This was weird week number 1.
Now, before we get to the top, before we get to the NFL, I want to go through the top 25 real quick, and if we have any gripes, we can air them out. Number 1, Georgia.
Sure.
They jumped from whatever. I don't give a shit who's number 1 anymore. Like, top 4, whatever. Yeah. I would put Ohio State 1, but that's just me. Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson now at number 4 instead of Michigan.
That's fair.
Not too upset. Michigan, Tennessee, USC. I would probably jump Tennessee over Michigan. I would have Oklahoma State over both USC and Michigan at this point.
Yeah, I would go Tennessee, Oklahoma State.
Ole Miss at number 9, Penn State at number 10. I'd probably have Penn State above Ole Miss at this point, but
I would agree too.
Can't argue.
Yeah.
UCLA I would probably have over Ole Miss and USC and Michigan.
You're also a big UCLA fanboy too, though.
True. I feel like, I mean, they beat you. Like, I think Utah's a pretty fucking good team.
Yeah. No, I agree. You're right, but I mean, it was also a good time to point out that you're a big UCLA fanboy.
I am a big UCLA. I mean, I do have a DTR Heisman ticket.
Also, straight up weird Cal fanboy.
Campus. It's the sandwiches, dude. One of my favorite sandwich spots. One of my favorite sandwich spots in Cal.
God.
Oregon at number 12.
I love how every great place in America is in direct relation to one of your favorite food places. Yeah.
Oregon at 12 is weird to me. TCU at 13, I would probably have above Oregon for sure.
Yeah.
Wake Forest at 14, NC State, Mississippi State, K-State. Syracuse, I might have above those teams just for being undefeated. I don't know. Kansas at 19, Utah at 20, Cincinnati, Kentucky at 22, Texas at 23, Illinois at 24, James Madison at 25.
There's nothing too egregious with the rest of it, I don't think.
No, I mean, I'd probably kick out. I don't think I'd have any of the 4 and 2 teams ranked if it were me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But that's just. I don't think at this point in the season, if you're 4 and 2, you should be ranked. That's just me.
Fair.
But for you, that gets Kentucky out of there.
Worst team in the nation.
Fucking hell. Let's talk some NFL.
Let's do it.
Where are we starting? We're starting in England with the Giants winning 27-22. I will be straight up. I was doing stuff this morning. I did not watch this game.
I watched it. I was an undertaker. It was not good for me.
Yeah, usually the under in London is usually pretty solid. These last 2 though have been balling.
Here's my takeaway is, as someone who's given Daniel Jones a ton of shit, I think Daniel Jones has gotten a whole lot better this year. A whole lot better, considering that he has absolutely no one to throw the ball to. The way that they're playing, Daniel Jones might actually be legit if you pair him up with a couple of good wide receivers. If they get him, re-sign Odell.
Do it.
Re-sign Odell. They would be really fucking good. Like that might actually put them in contention to win the NFC East if they signed Odell.
Fucking incredible. Oh my God. I don't have too much to add. I did see Londoner. I did see like British people like singing and chanting during the game where they were saying "shove the cheese up your ass, Packer fans." And it's just like British like soccer fans. It's awesome.
And Aaron Rodgers flew his doppelganger in from last season, Frank.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, what's even better about his doppelganger is that he's a German dude named Frank that lives in Munich.
It's good.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Bills 38, Steelers 3.
Whew.
Not great start to the Kenny Pickett era. But then again, when Josh Allen decides to be Josh Allen like this, there's not really too much you can do.
Yeah, okay. This is what I'm going to say for Kenny Pickett. is you remember whenever Ben Roethlisberger showed up on the Steelers, how they had like all the pieces to win a championship essentially, and they just needed a quarterback. This is not that team. They've got a great defense.
They need an offensive line.
Yes. If I were the Steelers, that's where I would have gone with my first round picks, as I would have tried to take, because this one was loaded with top tier offensive line material. But you've got Kenny Pickett, who everyone thinks is going to be pretty good, and then you've got Najee Harris behind, just a fucking wiffle ball of an offensive line, just holes all in it.
Also, the fact that like when Kenny did the slide and got just hammered, and that wasn't called. This game got chippy at the end.
Yeah,
it's whatever. The Bills, again, it's another blowout from the Bills. Chargers 30, Browns 28. Man, the Chargers tried to charger this one and give it away.
They did. It sent it up a push because I think it closed at Chargers -2.
It did.
But I take my takeaway is that Herbert he's recovering, getting better each week.
Austin Eckler's fucking good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
When do you think they get Keenan Allen back?
Look out when they do, man.
This team's dangerous.
Yeah, man.
Browns just wait for Deshaun, I guess. You kind of want him.
Yeah.
Bears 22, Vikings 29.
It's
the only thing I know about this game,
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, non-primetime Kirk Cousins. I believe Justin Jefferson at one point by himself had more yards than the Lions, Bears, and I think there was one other team, like all combined. He balled out. I mean, I would say he's probably the number one receiver in the NFL.
If he didn't fucking gritty.
I mean, I think he's the only one that should have a pass. He's the only one.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Justin. Think of your future.
Lions 0, Patriots 29.
All right, you remember when Tom Brady to Drew Bledsoe? Well, yes. Bailey Zappi is Tom Brady, Mac Jones, who is the Drew Bledsoe in this situation.
Yeah, Bailey Zappi's fucking good.
He's that truth. He zaps him in there.
How did the Patriots defense do this to the number one offense in the league? What happened?
Bill Belichick sold his soul to the devil years ago.
I guess
for
so.
Defensive scheming abilities.
Maybe Jared Goff, this is like his penance for having a really good offensive season so far, is he had to have this one game.
Yeah.
And then the next 4 he'll be lights out again.
Probably. But yeah, this blew my mind. I mean, I thought
I was on the over in this game. So
I thought at least that Detroit would cover here, and it was 10 points and
terrible.
Wow.
Seahawks 32, Saints 39. Geno's cooking though.
Geno's cooking. It's nice. It's fucking nice for the Saints to play Seattle and not get like beast quakes or anything. Because it's always what happens to us is we play Seattle and then fucking something amazing happens and we lose. And the only thing that happened was a fucking nuclear Mormon missile was launched today because Taysom Hill balled the fuck out.
MVP Taysom Hill.
Yes.
9 carries, 112 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Greatest living Mormon. I'm going to say it.
Yes, I think that's a fact.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith, I love how Geno Smith's looking on the Seahawks and how Russell Wilson is looking on the Broncos.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very funny.
For someone who irrationally hates, I can't tell you why I hate Russell Wilson. It's
not irrational anymore. I feel
it's not. Yeah.
I feel like the more we've seen of him come out, the more he's like a robot.
Yeah.
He's not a real person.
What the fuck was that like aqua colored suit that he wore with the bow tie looking like a biracial Pee Wee Herman?
Dolphins 17, Jets 40.
Another bad game for the Undertaker. I'm thinking, Jim, maybe this was not the best week to unveil the new nickname.
Maybe not. Man, I can't really even say anything about the offense. We get knocked down to our third string, Skylar Thompson, who he was all right. It's hard to ask too much of him. You gotta expect more out of your defense.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
What the fuck, guys? I get that X is out. I get that he didn't play.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ.
You left this game feeling like X was not going to give it to you.
And you left this game feeling like, maybe it would have been like a shootout where we would have had a chance if Teddy would have stayed in or Tua would have been in.
Tua? Who's this? Yeah. Are you saying Tuna?
No, my beautiful quarterback who's coming back next week.
Hold on. Say, is it Tuba that you're saying?
Tuba. When I say his name, do you just hear like the Charlie Brown noise?
I just know that after he went out in the Cincinnati game, I was so sick of hearing people talk about Tua that I was just like, fuck it. Like, you know what? Every tuna melt on every menu in America needs to be 86. Every tuba practice needs to be canceled because I can't hear anything with a TUA in it right now.
He's coming back. The Dolphins will be fine, is what I'm trying to believe. Falcons 15, Bucks 21. Falcons got the back door, I think.
Falcons got fucked. Did you see?
Yes, I did. What the fuck is up with the NFL? I get it's Tom Brady. Whatever. That's bullshit.
So the call was bullshit. To have a non-offsetting personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct on Tom Brady was even more bullshit because Tom tried to kick somebody like a bitch.
Yes. God damn it.
Can I take a moment to speak directly to Tom Brady?
One second.
Tom Brady.
One second.
Okay.
After this, you can.
You know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Yeah. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady?
Boom.
Yes, I was going to ask you to play this video and I forgot. This is why I love you, sir. I'm going to speak directly to Tom Brady. I'm going to look right in the camera while I do it. Hey, bud. Things going okay? You doing all right? There are a lot of people worried about you right now. You come back, you got this crazy face. It's all, and then, we hear you and Giselle, and now you're kicking people? Just kicking them. If you need help, we're here, Tom. I mean, I'm not, because fuck you, but call someone else. They might help. And scene.
You know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Yeah. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady. Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread.
That's all I have to say. I've been on the fuck it. The special treatment bullshit is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it cost the Falcons the game.
Yeah. No one mentioned.
They might not have won, but it cost them the chance to try.
You can't guarantee that they would have won, but I guarantee that they would have won.
It cost the fact that it cost them the opportunity to try and win is bullshit.
Here's the deal. He's got a crazy new age training regimen. He takes great care of his body, but no one mentions the key to his longevity, which is no one is allowed to touch the Brady.
I mean, it's his and Peyton Manning's fault that we have all this quarterback fucking pussy ass pansy.
At least
bullshit.
Peyton Manning realized he was a bitch and used to just throw the ball and then automatically throw himself to the ground afterwards, so no one touched him.
That's true. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Titans 21, Commanders 17.
Oh man, I was all over this. I got this at Titans -0.5, and this was a sweat because they had it 1st and goal at the 2 with 30 seconds left, and
yeah, that was.
And Wentz gone Wentz, baby.
I mean, I saw a tweet and that encapsulated it perfectly. Wentz is not the worst quarterback in the league. He's not even the most offensive with his stuff off the field because I don't think he is very offensive off the field. But something about watching Carson Wentz play makes me want to claw my eyes out.
I don't know. I think it was essentially the fact that he couldn't just man up and stay in Philly was the thing for me. Demanding a trade and I don't know.
He is the most sackable quarterback I've ever seen.
Apparently not, because I think they sacked Tannehill about 9 or 10 times in this game.
There's a little revenge.
A little revenge, I guess.
God damn, I hate Carson Wentz. I'm fully on board with you. I hate Carson Wentz.
I like how you come over to the dark side on mine.
Give me Taylor Heineke, goddammit.
Yes.
At least then he's fun. At
That
least
dude
Taylor Heineke is fun.
That dude wins ball games as a starter. How many has Carson Wentz won in Washington? One.
Texans 13, Jags 6. The Texans are, I believe, what is it, 9-0 against the Jags?
I think so. Just talk about just like dominating the toilet bowl every year, man. Like that is amazing.
One of the people who was at the bar last night, as I was leaving, were letting me know, hey, we're in the survivor pool. We're taking the Jags this week. And I was like, whatever, man. That's
all right.
Risk that.
Yeah. Just have another cranberry seltz and really think about what you're doing. And all I got to say about Lovey's beard here is never lost.
Never. 49ers 37, Panthers 15. The Panthers suck.
Yeah. But
Matt, what college do you think Matt Rule goes to? Yeah, I think it's Arizona State.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he goes Pac-12. I think he stays somewhere on the Eastern Seaboard. Like likely an ACC, maybe if there's something in like the Big Ten that's in that region.
Did he go Louisville?
He can 100% go Louisville. He's because I mean, you think about his time at Temple, he's got really deep recruiting ties to like that part of the country, and I think he would do really well at a school like Louisville.
I think
he would do really well with Malik Cunningham, which he'll probably won't even be there next year, but still.
I could see him to Louisville.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about this.
I could also see Bobby Petrino to Louisville. No, wait, he's going to Auburn.
I would love. Oh, dude, Bobby Petrino to Auburn would be amazing.
I would at this point place a futures wager that Bobby Petrino will be the next head coach at Auburn.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Cowboys 22, Rams 10. That Super Bowl hangover is real. Cooper Rush undefeated as a starter remains.
I hate to say it again, but never lost. Man, I was on the Cowboys here plus 5.5, and they came out hot, man. They had a Piesman moment with a sack fumble to start. Then big boy, I ain't never seen a big boy bust through the line. That dude just went through the line and got that punt block. Like usually, like you're used to see. Very rarely, I feel like, do you see punt blocks where the guy comes from like right up the middle, just blows up the line and has clean run. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Do you want to see these rushing stats for Dallas and why Tony Pollard's the better rusher?
As an Ezekiel Elliott owner, no, I do not.
Zeke had 22 carries for 78 yards, 0 touchdowns with a long rush of 12.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard 8 carries for 86 yards, a touchdown, and a long of 57.
Dude, Kellen Moore sometimes just forgets that his badass running backs exist.
Yeah,
like
he does.
Yeah. Like even when Zeke was in his prime, he was doing this.
Cowboys are good.
Turns out.
I think that Cowboys-Eagles game is going to be fucking good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, me
Speaking
too.
of which, Eagles 20, Cardinals 17.
Okay, real quick, going back to the future matchup for next week, Eagles-Cowboys. I really want the Eagles to like make a Super Bowl run and to end up winning the division. However, I really want the Cowboys to win next week just so I get full bore Philly fandom. Like full bore, like pissed off Eagles fan. Yeah, that would be hot.
Off Eagles fans.
That would be real hot.
Cardinals, I feel like Kyler Murray doesn't really have too many people to throw to right now.
My buddy Dave clued me in on the fact that Eagles first quarter spreads might be the best bet in football right now because they always start fast. And so like today it was -3. I want to say they either
7-0.
Yeah. They score touchdowns early.
I like that. I might have to dip I might start on this now. Hopefully I'm not too late to the party.
Don't tell anyone. I'm glad no one's listening to this.
Sunday night, Chase, prediction, Bengals, Ravens. Ravens right now, 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ravens are up 13-10.
I'm gonna go 2013 Ravens.
I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go 27-20 Ravens.
Related note, I've got Ravens -3.
Oh, wait, you're probably right because it's a primetime game. This is an under. So yeah, let's go 20-13. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got as a Raven holder of a Ravens -3.5 ticket. I like that because I threw the entire roll at that.
Last and not least, it is what would we call him? The fat guy, confused fat guy appreciation week.
Befuddled Fat Man Awareness Month.
Befuddled Fat Man Awareness Month, October. Today's Befuddled Fat Man is one William Howard Taft.
You the realest to ever do it, fam. Look at you. Look at you holding your old golf club. Like, oh, where'd my ball go?
A befuddled fat man who became president.
Yeah, I like to imagine that time that he got stuck in the White House bathtub, like one of the White House butlers coming in and just knowing this is his opportunity to just talk shit to Taft and be like, "Oh, is Fatty stuck? Fatty wanted ice cream? Oh, how are we gonna get Fatty out of the tub?"
He beat the snot out of Woodrow Wilson though, so fucking good for Taft.
There you go, Taft.
That's all I got on him. I have nothing else that happened this weekend.
Me either. I'm just ready to watch the rest of this game. Time to sweat.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Chase, where can the people find you?
You can always find me being abrasive on Twitter @OfOakland. Check out my horse racing pod on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, the notorious OTB. It's the lead up to the Breeders' Cup, so check it out, man. If you like them ponies or if you don't, I'm fun to listen to. Yeah, I'm just around. You know,
y'all know where to find him. Y'all know where to find me. I'm at XFL Jim everywhere. I do my CFL recaps every week. We're getting spooky with it this year, and I'm doing shit. It's lots of fun happening. XFL news is coming because we'll have the draft probably within like a month and a half. We're gonna have the draft, so be fucking ready. Love you guys, and bye bye, little kids.